and they're constantly putting in a strategy and a plan that gets them results. Now, what I'm going to do tonight with you is I'm going to walk you through the plan that you should be using for your business, and the plan that's proven to work. And I know a lot about social media. I've worked it for a long time, and I'm going to explain that all tonight. And I'm going to share with you some of the lessons I've learned from selling over £50 million worth of products and services on social media, and training thousands of other people to do the same. So you're in for a really good evening this evening. A few bits. So a few people raising their hands already. So you found that function. Awesome. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you can engage this evening, and you can really get the most out of the training. One of the ways you can really engage with us is that you can use the chat. And you can go into the chat, and in the chat today, I've got Ross, who's going to be answering your questions. Ross is he's my head coach for big business events. So he's in charge of coaching and helping our clients to get more success. And he's going to be there to answer your questions this evening. So if you've got a question you want to ask, you can put it in the chat box, no problem at all. Keep the chat super positive, and don't over promote yourself in the chat. We have that all the time. Certainly go and introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what your business is. And use it to kind of get to know each other, and or get to know Ross and ask questions and lean on him in case you've got any questions as we go through the training tonight. Now, in addition to the chat, there's also a separate Q&A section, and you can post questions privately, or you can post questions that are public. And with the questions, what I do right at the end of the training this evening, and I'll tell you it's going to last this evening for around an hour to a maximum of an hour and a half. At the end of the training, I'll answer all your questions. So it doesn't matter what industry you're in, it doesn't matter what question you've got, you can put that in the Q&A, and I will answer every single one of it tonight. Now, of course, this is completely free this evening. The training is completely free. For those of you that want to get some amazing results, we've got something very special for you that you'll have an opportunity to work with us moving forward. But literally, the training is going to be completely free. I'm going to give you lots of free information this evening that you're really going to enjoy. For those people that want that next level, those results and want fast results, we've got an excellent option for you to work with you. So I hope you really enjoy the training, and I'm really sure that you will. I see there's so many of us on tonight. Like, we've got a really busy training, and we're completely live. So we've got Karen on, we've got Amy on, we've got Alice, we've got Alison, we've got Amy. It's going to take me a long time to get out the A's, so I'll skip through some of them. And we've got Becky, and we've got Casey, and we've got Claire, and Colette, and Holly, and Judith, and Karen, and Kerry, and Laura, and Mel. And welcome to every single one of you. Sarah, Sharon, Tim, welcome to everyone. So a big welcome to you, and I'm really looking forward to working with you this evening. And there's tons more of us joining on every moment. And as I said, completely live, so we'll do the Q&A at the end. And for everybody that stays to the end of the training, we'll give you a completely free gift. So there's a few other important things. Stay focused this evening. If you've got any distractions, try and shut those distractions off around you, and stay focused and take some notes, because we're going to reveal some really interesting secrets for you this evening on how you can start to get much better results out of your social media. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen, and in that screen we're going to go through a presentation for you this evening. And the presentation is going to be all around social media success strategy. How do you get the right strategy to guarantee your success? And we're going to walk you through 3 secrets and 7 stages to help you to know the right strategy to start getting more clients and more business online. Okay, and this is proven to work in multiple different industries. So really, my goal for the training, I want to tell you my goal up front for the training. My goal for the training is to show you that it is absolutely 100% possible with the right system for you to start to get a lot more clients online very quickly, and start, scale, and grow any company. So if you are starting up, great. You're going to start the right way. If you're already going and you need to add a more efficient route for getting clients, then this is going to be awesome for you this evening too. So a couple of notes before we do get started. As we said earlier, stay super focused. Take this time for you. Invest some time in yourself, where you're going to learn some new strategies, some new information that's going to help you. So stay super focused and shut off distractions. Use the chat for good, and go over and introduce yourself for sure. Just so everybody knows, the training is aimed at business owners, and that's business owners of all levels. So it doesn't matter if you haven't even started your business yet. If you're getting ready to start and you're that early stage, then you're absolutely going to be able to use the things that we talk about tonight. If you're already super successful in business, this is going to help you to add another string to your bow. And if you're in between, you're somewhere in between, that's cool too. So whatever level you're at, as long as you're a business owner and you want to use social media for business, then this is the right training for you. See, what I'm all about is showing people how to monetize their social media, to use their social media as a tool for business to make you more money. So how many of you want to earn a little bit more money? We can see who has found the raise your hand function. Raise your hand for me if you definitely do. Right, cool. Well, in that case, you're in the right place this evening. There's loads of hands going up. Well done for being a super engaged group. Now, as I said, we'll give you a completely free gift at the end. That will be my audio book, The 40 Rules to Make Any Business Successful and Profitable. And there will be an opportunity for everyone to work with us. And we've got something really special. Like literally, I put everything together in one place that you'll ever need. And we've got a great opportunity for every single one of you. And the training will last about an hour to an hour and 30 minutes maximum. And that really depends on the Q&A. So if the Q&A, if I answer tons of questions at the end, then it'll be about an hour and a half. If there's not as many questions, then it'll be about an hour to give you an idea of how long it will be. This is the audio book that everyone gets for staying to the end. We'll give you the link to that. It's an hour long. It's been downloaded 50,000 times. So it's a very popular audio book, and we will be doing that completely live Q&A at the end also. So look, we're going to be sharing 3 secrets this evening. Let's get straight into it, and let's really start going into some of the content with you. And I'm going to show you these secrets, and then we're going to dive into them so I can really explain them to you. First thing we need to know is the strategy that doesn't work, so then we can start to put in place the strategies that do work. Then we're going to look at secret 2, the 7 stages of a successful social media strategy. And then we're going to look at secret 3. There are only really 3 things you need to do to rapidly increase your clients' leads and sales. So how many of you are ready to rapidly increase your clients' leads and sales? A few of you out there, are you ready for that? Good stuff. So quick bit on myself this evening. I'm your host. I'm not going to go into tons of depth because I'm sure that many of you will know me, or you've been following, or you've seen some stuff that I've already done. But I'm an international speaker. I've won multiple awards in business, including European Entrepreneur of the Year, Entrepreneur of the Year, multiple different social media awards. I coach business owners like yourself all over the world, and I really help people with proven systems in order to help them get really, really good results. See, I don't teach anything I don't do. So everything that you hear me say is something that we are physically putting in place to get us great results, and they're proven. You've got my Instagram handle down there as well, so you can follow me on Instagram. One of the things that's most relevant about tonight is that I've sold over £50 million worth of products and services for my own businesses using social media. That's not for other people's businesses. That's my own personal businesses that I've built up, and I've had multiple different businesses. And I've helped many, many entrepreneurs sell, as much as that or even more across the last 4 years where I've been training people on social media. I'm an official member of the Forbes Coaching Council, and that is a coaching council for top level coaches that have an excellent track record of success for their clients, and that also have 7-figure coaching businesses, which is an important fact too. And as I said earlier, we deal in proven processes, systems, and results. More importantly than that, I'm a dad and a partner, and generally a normal guy, really. And this is my son. He's 5 years old. He's absolutely beautiful. His name's Sammy. He's my big Y, and helps drive me. And these are my 2 dogs, my nephew Dylan. I think it's just good to show you a little bit of the other side of me, and it really is just like what everybody else likes, going on holidays, enjoying themselves. And I've got a passion for business and a passion for helping people. So let's jump into it. We need to understand, if we're going to get great results and we're going to start to drive our businesses forward, we really need to understand what doesn't work so we can start to form a strategy that does work. So we're going to look at a few of these strategies that many people rely on for their businesses that don't bring them the results and instead bring them something else. And really, really important that we look at this, because it doesn't matter if you're currently using one of these strategies that I'm describing. It doesn't matter. It's not a problem. The whole point of you coming on this evening is because you're looking for that next step. You're looking to change. You're looking to get more consistency. And that's why we're here. But I think it's good to point out some of the strategies that don't work and why they don't work. So one of the strategies that people rely on for their business is boosting posts. And what that is as many of you will know, is that you're literally spending money and you're giving money to Facebook and Instagram and asking them to spread your message. And that literally is all it does. Now, when the phrase boosting posts means that they're going to take one of your posts and they're going to boost it out into the feeds. Now, the first thing that you need to know if you want to become more successful at social media is that there is a front end to social media, and there is a back end. Okay, and 99% of business owners use the front end. The 1% of the world's top marketers use the back end. So if you want to join the people that are getting unlimited leads, unlimited clients, growing their pages on demand, and rapidly increasing their brands, then you need to start using the back end. And boosting posts is something that you do in the front end. You take a post, you put some money behind it, you boost it out there. What's the problem with this? Well, the problem with this is it's not predictable. And this is why a lot of people get hooked on it, right? They get hooked on it because they've done it before, and guess what? It worked. So they're like, oh, awesome. I figured this thing out. It works. So what do? They do it again. And then it doesn't work. They're like, oh, I can't quite work out why it didn't work when last time it did work. So what do? They do it again. And then you get in this perpetual game of roulette with Facebook and Instagram promoting your posts and not actually knowing what you are returning from the amount that you're investing. Now, a great marketer understands return on investment. And a great marketer understands that for every pound, every £100, every £500 that they put in, they know that they're going to get a return back that far exceeds the amount they invest. And it's very, very difficult to do that with boosted posts. However, we start using the back end and we start marshalling that back end, which is the campaigns, which is Ads Manager for Facebook and Instagram, which is Google AdWords for YouTube, depending on what channel you want to use. Then we can start to create results very, very quickly that change our results. So, for example, if you want to grow your Facebook page by 10, 12,000 people in a week, you can do that with the back end, like not a problem at all. And with my strategy, it will cost you a penny per person. So literally, you could have 10,000 people extra following you in a week's time. And it happens very, very predictably. And I'll show you an example. How many would like to see some examples of that a bit later on? Raise your hand if that's something you want to see. Okay, so we'll show you an example. That'll show you some screenshots of how you can do that. Now, the second one is actually people not using video. And I know that there's a ton of you out there that don't want to be one of those people behind their phone that sees their face all distorted and doesn't look like the best version of you. And you're a bit maybe nervous about using video, or you don't want somebody to say something about you. And that causes a lot of stress. It causes a lot of nervousness. I hear stories of people doing videos over and over and over and over again, trying to get them to look perfect. And a lot of people really, really steer and veer away from using video, when I'm going to show you as part of the strategy that if you want to get better results and you want to get better results quickly, one of the best ways to do that is to start building relationships. And there's no better way to build relationships than using video. So I understand that there will be many of you that don't want to do that. And I'm very, very happy to say that there are alternatives. But if you want to connect with people, this is a big mistake that people make, right? A lot of people make the mistake where they want to sell their products or services. And if they were going to go and sell them person to person, face to face, what would they do? Well, they would introduce themselves, they'd make that person aware of them, and then they would start to build a relationship before they said, buy my stuff, right? That's the reality. And when people go online, they don't want to do that. What do they want to do? They just want to post stuff and say, buy my stuff. And if you don't have a relationship, it doesn't work. That's the reality. So when I show you the strategy, that's going to make much, much more sense. But it really, we want to start to at least entertain the idea that we're going to embrace video. And I've got a challenge for you all that will really help you to do that and start you to get better results. Now, another big mistake and things that don't work is, there's a lot of confusion around social media. There's a lot of confusion around social media. And you will hear things like content is king, and you've heard all these phrases before. But the reality, content is not king if nobody ever sees it. Okay, and that's why you need a strategy to make sure that you first of all gain the awareness, right? So you get people searching all over YouTube, you get people looking to do like basic trainings. I've even seen people out there right now giving certificates on social media trainings because they've shown them how to create a Facebook post. The reality is, if you want to create a business strategy and you want to get a money machine built, then we need to follow a certain set of principles. And I'll show you, we'll be talking about return on investment, and we'll be talking about the fastest way to do that a bit later on. Now, another mistake that people make is they make the treadmill strategy mistake. So what is that? The treadmill strategy is that constant posting, non-stop, posting onto the stories continuously, posting on the pages, trying to pump their pages full of content all the time. Why do I call it the treadmill? Well, the reason I call it the treadmill is the minute that you get to the point where you stop And what happens as a business owner, you all know what happens as a business owner. You might be using social media and putting stuff out there all the time and constantly hammering it. And then what happens? You actually get some success and you get a client and you get on the phone and you start to deal with this person, you start to look after them. Guess what's not happening? Your social media treadmill is no longer going. So everything stops. Therefore, what do you have to do? Deal with the client or the issue or whatever it is you've got to do in your business, and then get back to relentlessly posting. And that is not a consistent or sustainable strategy. And that's why within the back end, what we can do is we can set this all up automated, and start to get those results. Now, many of you will have seen, and this is why, we've trained thousands of people on social media, and thousands of people want to understand the secrets. They really know that they need to understand the secrets, is because of this reason, because they've seen other people crushing it. How many of you have seen somebody that seems to have come overnight and built a brand or built a business and literally seems to be flying, and they're getting engagement, their business is growing, they seem to be getting more clients, and social media is that reason? How many of you seen that? Raise your hand if you've seen that. And that's the case. Most people have. Now, what we need to understand, and this is what I've heard many, many times before, and sometimes when people come on our 3-day training, people come and they say like, oh, I've tried Facebook ads before, but they don't work. But the reality is, if you've tried them before and they didn't work for you, why is that? It's because you didn't use them with the right strategy. And if you use the wrong strategy with anything, you're not going to get the result that you want to get. So we need to make sure that we use the right strategy. We start to understand how to use the back end. It's going to be really important. And we do things in order. How many of you are fed up of coming up with great content and just getting no engagement? Like, you're fed up of it's like trying to spend that time coming up with the ideas, getting the ideas, putting it out there, think it's going to hit, and it just disappears. And this is because, and I'm going to draw you a little diagram. I'm going to draw you a couple of quick diagrams because we've got a really engaged group this evening, and I'm going to explain some of these principles on the whiteboard for you, right? So you should be able to see my whiteboard now. I'm just going to draw you a couple of pages here, and we're going to look at let's look at a personal Facebook page. So we've got a personal page here, we've got a business page here, and we've got a group page here. So if we look at these 3 pages, and we'll say Facebook for argument's sake for the moment, but it pretty much applies to Instagram as well. But with your personal page, when you create content and you've got your group of friends over here and they're represented by this squiggle, when you create content and you push that content out and you post it to this group of people, from a personal page, you used to be able to get about 30% of those people to see the message. Now, if 30% of the people see the message, what percentage of people don't see the message? Well, that's clear. If we're right at maths, it's 70%. So your message is straight away getting lost to 70% of the people you want to see it. Now, the reality is, when you hear about algorithms, what that means is that Facebook and Instagram are reducing your ability to get your message seen by the masses. And why are they doing that? Because they want to send you that little notification that says, why don't you boost this post so more people can see it? Well, if you just let the people follow me see it that I'm already got, then it wouldn't be a problem. You wouldn't need to do it. But that's their algorithm, turning it into an advertising platform. But we need to play. We need to be smart here. We need to understand the game is rigged, and we need to start rigging it in our favor if we want to get better results. So if we look at that, now that figure now is closer to like 20%. So when you post on your personal page, 20% will see it, 80% won't. And that's really why a lot of your posts, a lot of your engagement has gone down. How many of you seen your shares, your likes, your comments been dramatically reduced over the last couple of years? You used to get a lot more than you do now. Okay, absolutely. Now, when you go to a business page, this gets even worse. All right. So as a business page, they've completely changed the game, and the actual amount of people that don't see your message when you push your message out is 97%. So on an average business page, around 3% of the people will see the message, and 97% of people won't see the message. Now, that means that you can create the best content in the world. You can become that king of content. But if you don't know how to distribute the content, and you can't use the back end to distribute the content, it doesn't matter how good your content is, because content is only king if people are seeing it. And this is a big mistake that people are making. They just think that, it's a content game. You know, it's not a content game anymore. You've got to understand the tools in order to get the results. Now, with a group, you get a slightly better engagement. And with a group, you can now get to about 30% of the group if you've got your own group. Now, the reason that the group is better is because every time you post in the group, they get a notification driving you back to that group. Okay, so it just gives you an idea of where a lot of people are going wrong. And then we're going to start to look at how can you start to get this working more in your favor. And we're going to have a look at the 7 stages that we need to look at. So if we look at the 7 stages of a successful social media strategy, let's start with the first 4. First thing that you're going to need to do if you want to get more success. In fact, I'm going to take you back a step, if you will, because I actually want to show you something else which is really, really important, okay, that builds into the strategy. So let's clear this here, and I'm going to just show you something else because I think it's going to help you to understand the strategy. First stage of a successful social media strategy is creating awareness. Biggest problem is most people want it to be the final stage. So they want someone to become aware of them, to trip over their message and buy their stuff. And it just does not work like that. We need to make sure that we do the following steps. So we need to understand as a business owner, this is the most important thing, okay, that I really want you to make sure that you hear me clearly here, okay? Whatever your results are with social media right now, if you are not happy, all right, there is going to be something that makes you happy. Okay, and the thing that makes you happy, if I said to you, if you had a magic wand and you waved it over your social media and all of a sudden you were getting new results from your social media, what would they be? What is this look like for you? That's the first thing that you need to understand, because that is us understanding what our objective is. In order for any strategy to be successful, we need to start with the end in mind. And the end in mind is, what does success look like to you? Now, I'm going to say to you that whatever you're answering that question right now as you're listening to me, for the majority of people listening, this is what the answer should be. And if this isn't the answer, that's okay. But this is what the answer should be. We should be looking, if we're an e-commerce business, to drive more traffic. So if we sell products online, if we're e-commerce, that should be pretty much the only exception. If you're any other type of business, we should be looking to get more leads. And then we should be looking to get more sales. And that is your objective. Because social media, and this is the thing, every one of the trainings that I run are full. When I run the day events and people come along for free, there's 300 people there. Why? Because they want to know how to build their businesses. But what I find more often than not, they've got the wrong objective, okay? They want people to become aware of them. No, that's stage 1. That's not end game. End game is how are we going to get more sales and how are we going to get more leads. And let me tell you, the best principle, and this is the principle that we need to understand, once we can turn ads into profit, your business will never look back. You will be able to scale it beyond anything you thought possible. Because when you can get to the stage that you can invest £500 in marketing, or invest in yourself, whatever, and instantly gain £5,000 back, how quickly are you going to spend the £500? In an instant, right? Why? Because you know you're getting the money back and it's coming back more. How many times are you going to do it? You're going to do it again. 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 And then what you're going to do is you're going to build a business that turns into a money machine. And that's what ads into profit is. Now, in order for us to do that, we need to follow the strategy. And if we follow the strategy, we'll get the results. Very, very simply. So get clear on your objective. Understand the principle of ads into profit, which can also be called return on investment marketing. All right. Understand those principles and let's start playing the game the right way. Let's stop playing the rig game. Let's start playing the game the right way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at the strategy for you that absolutely works, that I've used in not only my business, but multiple other businesses, multiple other industries. So stage 1. We need to go out, we need to get more awareness. We need people to know who we are. You can be the best business in the world. You can have the best product or service in the world. You can be the very best at what you do. But if nobody knows who you are, or you can't get your message to the right people, it doesn't matter how good you are, you're not going to win. So the first stage is we need to get people to become aware of us and aware of our existence. Now, that is actually the easiest stage. That's the one that can be taken care of. For many of you, you'll take care of that pretty much tonight, all right? That's how quick it can be dealt with. Now, the second stage is we need to then build relationships with the people that can't become aware of us. After we've built a relationship with the people that become aware of us, we then need to convert those people that are aware of us into leads for our business. Okay. Now, if your e-commerce is the only way it's different, you convert them to traffic. So you send them to a site, but we literally then convert them to leads. After we've converted them to leads, then we simply convert them to sales. And I'm going to show you the next 3 stages shortly, but this is the outline. Now, this strategy, and I'm going to go deep on this and really show you examples in a moment. But this strategy works whether you're a speaker, a coach, a consultant, you're a trader, you do Forex, you're in network marketing, you're a product-based business, you're e-commerce, you're some type of professional services, you're in real estate, you're in property, you're a startup business, or you're an advanced entrepreneur. It doesn't matter what you do. It literally will work for you as long as you follow the process. And we're going to outline this for you today. So this is an example of the first stage, stage number 1, remember, awareness. Okay, this here is a front end post that's been built here in the back end. So this is the result in the back end, but this is what you see on the front end. Because there's a whole game going on the back end that you're only seeing the front end. Now on the front end, this is a post to deal with awareness, to get more people to become aware of me. And this is for my own personal Facebook page, my Adam Stock page, which has 336,000 people following it, okay? And over the course of 7 days, when I did this campaign, over the course of 7 days, we grew it by 12,500 people. Now, I have produced that result for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs like you too, following my simple strategy. Now, in one of my programs, Social Media Secrets, and I told you, like, we've got something really awesome for everyone tonight. I really feel like everyone on this training, we've got something really special for you. And this includes how do you go and grow those pages, right? And literally, in Social Media Secrets, I show you how to create a campaign in the back end that will cost you, and you can write this down, anywhere from 1 penny to 3 pence per follower. 1 penny to 3 pennies per follower. And you literally will get it like clockwork. The problem is, if you do it with the wrong strategy, it can cost you up to £1 a follower. We don't want to be doing that because it adds up quickly, right? But if you want to get 10,000 people and it's costing you a penny, you're not going to be spending a lot of money, and now you've got a lot of people to talk to. So how many of those 12,500 people can you turn into clients? Well, a lot very, very quickly if you follow the strategy that we're going to go over now. Now, if you look to the right-hand side, this is Instagram. How many of you want to grow your Instagram? It was actually Reports Plus, an app for Instagram, actually, to be factual. So we've got a lot of people that want to grow their Instagram, right? Okay, so for those of you that want to grow your Instagram, this is called Reports Plus. It's an app. It's a good app. I use it. And it tracks followers increase. Now, if you go over to my Instagram now, you see I've got 80,000 followers on Instagram now, just about coming up to 80,000. It's going up about 1,000 people a day. And with the strategy I use, you can get your Instagram following up to go up 1,000 people a day very, very quickly too. Now, one of the cool things about Instagram, which works really, really well, is that when you get your first 10,000 followers, you can start to use a swipe up in the stories. And then you can start to promote your products, your services, consultancy calls. You can promote whatever it is you want. Go and buy your products, book in with you, go to your website, go to your podcast. Whatever it is you do, you can start to drive traffic from the stories really, 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 really well. So one of the things I do, and I've got another program called Instagram Secrets. And in that program, Instagram Secrets, we literally lay out the foundation of how to get to 10,000 followers very, very quickly. And literally, it goes against the grain of everything. Like Facebook's Facebook method is completely different to Instagram's method. But I'll give you some tips, and this is important of what we need to do. First thing we need to do is focus in on one channel. And this is really, really important because what do most people do? Most people try to do 6 things badly rather than 1 thing well. If your strategy right now is, I'm going to do a bit on YouTube, I'm going to do a bit on Instagram, I'm going to do a bit on LinkedIn, I'm going to do a bit on Pinterest, I better do some stuff on TikTok, and also I'm going to do a bit on Facebook, well, what are you going to do? You're going to do 6 things badly. What you're better off doing is focusing on the one channel, building the audience in the one channel, and then following my strategy for engaging that audience to that one channel, converting them to leads and sales, and then starting a YouTube next, and we conquer one channel by one channel by one channel. And that is going to produce us much, much better results, much, much quicker. Focus is more important than intelligence, right? If we get our focus and we put our focus into one channel, we're going to grow it exponentially very, very quickly. We're going to get the leads, we're going to get the clients, we're going to get the sales that we want. Okay. And that channel, to give you some guidance, should be the channel where your audience swims. So it should be where, if you've got a certain client and you feel that they're on Facebook, then we're going to focus on Facebook first. If you feel that they're on Instagram, then we focus on Instagram first. We're going to focus on LinkedIn, we'll focus on LinkedIn first. This is the reality. It doesn't really matter what channel you love. What matters is, where are your clients? How are you going to reach them? How are you going to build a relationship with them? How are you going to turn them into clients? Can we all agree on that? I'm sure we can. All right. So if you want to get much, much better results quickly, then we need to do that first. We focus then on the awareness stage at increasing that audience size. And if we increase that audience size, we'll start to then be able to take that audience that we've gone and built. I mean, imagine this, like literally after you finish the training tonight, you were able to go and get access to one of my programs that will give you the strategy to grow your Facebook audience by 10,000 people by following a strategy. And I showed you how to do it in 7 minutes. How many of you be well up for that? You're like, oh my God, that's awesome. All right, in 7 minutes, I'm gonna get those results. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can do that, right? Literally. And you can get the results very, very quickly. Get a lot of hands up, which is awesome. After we've done that, so let's take it now that we've built an audience. We start to get this audience, so we're starting to get people following us. Shall I make you, would you like to see one more quick drawing on why it's super important that you build the awareness first? How many would you like to see that? So we need to straight the point for you before we go to stage 2. Okay, so let's have a look at that. I think this is important, right? And I want you all to succeed. So let's have a quicker look at one more drawing for you. So very crude, the drawings on Zoom, because they're not too easy to do. But if I had a flip chart in front of you, you would love my artistry, I promise you. So look, this is the reality. If we've got 2 pages, 2 Facebook pages, 2 Instagram pages, call it whatever you want. We've got 2 pages, and page number 1 is called Dave's Cakes. It's a cake shop. And you're looking for some cakes right now for whatever it is you're doing. And we've got another page, and this page is called Betty's Cakes. And you've found your way to these 2 pages, and you go on to Betty's Cakes first. Now, let's be honest, everybody watching, who's more attracted to the option of dealing with Betty for their cakes? They'd rather, because Betty sounds like she's doing better cakes, right? How many of you'd agree? Okay, absolutely. Because that's branding for you. That's another story. But that's branding, right? Okay, so Betty's Cakes obviously sound better to start with. But we go over to her page, and Betty, bless her, has got 82 followers on her page. That's her mum, her dad, her brother, her sister, her auntie, her uncle, her dog, her cat, and a few other people she knows following her. So what do we presume straight away? We presume, oh, bless old Betty, you know, she's very, very small business, no problem at all. Then we go over to Dave's Cakes, and Dave has got 48,922 followers for his cakes. Whose cakes all of a sudden sound a lot more popular and a lot more interesting? Dave's do. Okay, that's the reality, because we are all driven by something called social proof. And social proof is the principle that if I like it and you like it and he likes it and she likes it, then you're going to like it too. That's the reality. And this number builds social proof against this number because there's more trust there, right? You've built that trust, and you built that trust through social proof and by having that bigger following. And that's why it's important to build your awareness and to start to build that following so people know who you are and people know what you do. And if we do that, then that gives us an advantage, and it gives us a good starting point to go to stage 2. So if we now go to stage 2, and we need to take another step now. We've built an audience. Like, imagine this, as I said, many of you tonight are going to get access to one of my programs, and you're going to go and you're going to start working through that, and you're going to be able to grow your audiences very, very quickly, whether that's Instagram or whether that's Facebook, whatever one you want to do, you're going to be able to go and do that, okay? Now, what are we going to do now? What we've got to do after we've done that is we've got to start to build a relationship with those new people that are following us. That's the important thing, because let's face it, people buy from people. And if you do a great job for people and you care about people and you add value to people, then they're going to be a lot more likely to buy from you. And in order to do that, we need to do a few things. So what's the fastest, easiest way to build relationships online? And that's where the video bit comes in. Because if somebody can see you, they can hear you, they can talk to you, they can get to know you, they can see what you're about, then you're going to build that trust and you're going to start to have that relationship before you've actually even met in person. And that is the easiest, fastest way to do it. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to do that. There's other ways to build the relationship. In this middle one, you can see on my Instagram, I frequently do Q&A sessions. So I actually answer people's questions. I actually sometimes get kids asking me questions. Sometimes I get business owners, or sometimes I get business leaders asking me questions, and I answer every single question, and I build relationships with the people. And that's a fantastic way to start to endear clients to you. Like, okay, you took the time to actually come out, answer my question and help me. And, you've given me some good, valuable advice. Like, how can I work further with you? That is the next logical question that person's going to have, because you've added value to them. All right. And if we start to build those relationships and endear clients to us, it works very, very well. Now, I do this in a number of ways. I've got a couple of Facebook things here where I've done Facebook Lives and actually just given pure content on the live, just gone out there and talked to people about how they could improve their sales, talk to people about how they could improve their time management, and put that content out there just purely to build a relationship, just to add some value to someone that I haven't even met yet, and to build a relationship. Do you know what the other beautiful thing about video is that we're live tonight and we're talking tonight, but some people will watch this replay. If they didn't make the live tonight, they will get the replay, some of them, and they will be able to watch that on replay. But guess what? They're watching the replay and we're here, we're live. Somebody else will also right now be watching one of my Facebook Lives I did yesterday or the day before. Someone will also be watching my YouTube videos. I will be building relationships everywhere while I'm somewhere else, because video gives you the opportunity to duplicate yourself. Now, I'm sure you'd agree. How many of you agree? If you had 10 of you in your business would be a lot more successful. Okay? Raise your hand if you agree with that. Absolute fact. Video gives you the opportunity to duplicate you. It gives you that opportunity to have more of you. It gives you the opportunity to do the single most important thing in growing a business. And what's that? Have more conversations. You want to grow your business? Fine. Talk to more people. You want to grow your business? Explain to more people what you do. So that's why video is very, very important. Now, if you don't want to use video and you won't use video, you're like, Adam, you'll never convince me of that. I'll do everything else that you say. That's okay, because I'm going to show you an example of someone that was exactly like that, who still crushed it. And what you can do instead is you can use written word. You can start to tell your story. You can start to build relationships through actual written word rather than video. But we do need something to do. We do need something that brings the awareness into an engaged audience where we start to build a relationship with people. So a couple of tips. Remember, people buy from people. If you can get over your video fears, we're going to get better results. And if we embrace the challenge and we get over video, then we will get more clients, no question, because people will see you, people will start to engage with what you do. Where people get stuck on this stage is they're afraid to use video, or they're afraid not enough people will use their videos. Do you know what the beauty is about the back end? On the back end, you literally can decide how many people you want to view your videos. So if you want to have 2,500 conversations tomorrow, then you can do it. Just use the back end, go and to create the campaign, get the through plays, and start having the conversations. This is the thing. A lot of people go networking, right? And they go out and they go networking all day. They get up at 6 a.m, some people. They drive over to that networking meeting. They'll spend the day there. They'll spend the time talking to people. They'll drive home from that networking meeting. They've paid to be there. And before they know it, half their day's gone. And they've had 22 conversations. And why do they go? Because they know the 22 conversation grows their business. Do you know what? They could have sat at home, used the back end, and had 3,000 conversations in exactly the same time span. Which one would be more efficient? And that's why we can get over this. It's going to start to create much, much better results for us. So that's really, really important, and it will create a bigger impact for you. So after that, what do we do after that? Okay, and all of this, and I told everybody I've got something really, really special that will show you how to, and what I'm showing you right now, so I'm showing you this is exactly what you can do. And if you follow this, you'll get the results. For many people, they don't understand the technical parts. They don't understand how to build it. They don't understand how to build the back end. They don't understand how to do all of that. But for many of you, we will literally take you by the hand and help you do that through one of our programs. So if you want to know how to put this in place, put it in place straight away and change your business, then that's what we're here for. We can work with you on that. And we've got something super, super good for everybody today that you'll all be able to benefit from. So what I want to show you here is leads. How many of you want more leads? That's important to you. You want to start to get more leads. And should I just should I give you some context around leads? What is a lead? So a lead is somebody giving you their name, their phone number, their email address, and putting their hand up and saying, I'm interested in your product or service. That's what a lead is. And if you start to receive a lot more of those, your business is going to grow a lot quicker, because leads is really what fires up the business engine and starts to get you the clients and the sales. Now, it is so easy to get more leads for your business. And quite often I'm asked, so for example, every single person, no, the majority of people, some people might have received an email, but at some stage they would have seen us on Facebook, they would have seen us on Instagram, and that is where the opportunity has come from, right, this evening. So everyone would have registered. But what's more important than the fact someone's a lead? What's more important is that they're a person and they have a problem or they have a challenge, they have something they need help with, okay? And that's the way we need to view every lead that you get. But have a look at this. This is a campaign from the 13th of May 2020. It's a recent campaign. All right, we've got many of these running at the minute because guess what? Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, the campaigns are at the cheapest they've ever been in history. Why? Because it's lockdown, right? So they've got great deals on at the moment. And we're generating 65 leads a day for 5 pence per lead, okay? Now, why is that so powerful? Well, imagine that. Imagine that you're able to get 460 leads for your business in a week. 460 inquiries, 460 people that put their hand up and said, here's my name, here's my phone number, here's my email address. I'm interested in doing business with you. I'm interested in your products or service. Can you tell me more about it? How many you think if you're able to get that in a week, your life and your business is going to become a lot easier? All right, because now all of a sudden you've got all those people to talk to, and literally, you know, some people might be like, well, actually, I find that really overwhelming. Well, do you know what the beauty is at Facebook? You can turn the tap down, you can turn the tap up. You want 20 leads a day? Fine, spend a little bit less. You want 40 leads a day? Fine, spend a bit more. You want 100 leads a day? Spend a bit more. But this campaign that we're running here in the back end has cost me £20 across the course of 7 days and generated us 460 leads. Now, when I talked to you earlier, one of the biggest business growth secrets that you can ever learn, you know, and this is a free training, but the biggest growth secret that you can ever learn is that once you turn advertising into profit, you can scale your business as much as you want to do. And I was lucky enough to learn that. And I'll just explain to you where I learned it from. I learned that many years ago. And it really has been the making of me. Once you can understand ads into profit and you can make it work for your business, you never look back. And then you can have as many leads as you want. And then what do? After we converted the leads, we convert them to sales. But a couple of tips, it's really simple. We master that back end. We can generate as many leads as we want, and we can do them as low cost as we want. With my methods, the leads are not going to cost you a lot at all, and you'll be able to scale and provide a return on investment. And I'll show you an example of a guy that sells sponges for £3 that was able to massively bring a big return on investment from using Facebook advertising, even though those products only £3. I bet most people out there still selling more expensive than £3. Now, this is an example of someone that followed my exact process. Her name's Sasha. She's a lovely lady. She's in the beauty industry. Okay. And I told Sasha to do exactly, and obviously I walked her through the process because she came to my 3-day training and I got to know her really well and we built a relationship. And she kind of had this this kind of aha moment. She got a salon and she called me at the beginning of lockdown because we built that relationship. Like, Adam, I'm panicking. I've had to shut my salon. I've had to put my staff on furlough. I don't know what to do. So the first thing you need to do is not panic. The first thing you need to do is we need to adapt and we need to change the result. Let's talk about what you can do. I said, right, we've got the awareness because you've done what you did on my training. You used the social media secrets program. You built the audience. You've got good relationships with people. Now we just need to start getting you leads for a different product or service. Now, if we start getting you those leads for the products or service, we'll convert them to sales because you're great at that. So literally, I showed Sasha a method for getting leads for her business. She was able to spend £239 on ads, have 50 consultations and generate £7,852 in return on sales. And then because I'm helping and coaching and guiding Sasha, we're able to actually boil her numbers down to every single phone call she made and every single consultation that she sat was worth £157 to her. So literally, it costs her £4 to get there, costs her £4 to sit down on the Zoom consultation with someone, and she makes £157 every time she does it. How many of you'd love to do the same thing? Well, like spend £4 to make 157. How many times would you then do it? You do it over and over and over and over and over again. That's what adds into profit is, everybody. Okay. And once we can get that rocking, your results are going to fly. And I told you, this is another chap. His name's Chris. And Chris has got a company called Sponge. Chris is doing really well. So many of you might know him. Many of you might even know his products. His product's really cool too. And his product's like a super absorbent sponge. And Chris became a client of ours probably about a year ago now. And I started training Chris and helping him within his business. And when he first came to me, Chris got our social media secrets and domination 3-day training. He paid £2,000 for the 3-day training. And on that 3-day training, I showed Chris how to do exactly what I'm talking to you about: build the awareness, start to build the relationships, convert leads and sales for his business. I also showed him how to use funnels and how to funnel people through in order to get sales, and how to create really good return on investment. I helped him to grow his Instagram. His Instagram was at, I can't remember the exact number, but it was a lot less when he first started coming, and now it's grown loads. He's recently just been on The Customer Is Always Right for the BBC, and is continually getting more success for his business, even in lockdown. And I'll show you a screenshot he sent me in a moment, a go on lockdown. But let's go back to the beginning of Chris's journey, when he didn't know about the back end. How many of you like to know, like, what happened when he didn't know, when he was at the beginning, and before all of that, what happened? Well, Chris came on the training and he built this cool product. He was selling this cool product and he was treadmilling. Okay, we spoke about treadmill earlier. Chris was on the treadmill, posting relentlessly, stories relentlessly, constantly, and building awareness for his product. But then every time he had to stop every 2 minutes to go and send a sponge out, right? So he needed to get things automated for his business. So I showed him how to build funnels. He spent 3 days with me on the 3-day training and with my team. We trained him on business and social media, and we really, really helped him. And off the back of that, Chris had a bit of a problem, and I know that some people watching might have this problem too. So just tell me if you ever suffered this from this before. Chris was a perfectionist, and everything for Chris, I want it to be perfect. Anybody ever said that? Oh, I need it to be perfect. Anybody ever said that? Okay, a few of you have, I'm sure. And I explained to Chris that, you know, in today's world, it doesn't need to be perfect. We need to stop being a perfectionist, and we need to become a progressionist. Somebody that starts stepping forward, starts moving forward, starts moving forward. Chris had every reason as to why not to launch his funnels. Oh, well, my website's not ready, or I'm not ready, or, you know, I haven't got my product ready, and, you know, all these different things. But I talked to Chris and I spent time with him, and we were able to launch a funnel for a new sponge that he'd created from brand new to launching while he was on my 3-day training. How many of you'd like to know how many sponges Chris sold after a week of being at the 3-day training that he'd invested £2,000 for? How many would like to hear what he did? Because he was like, I don't know that I can get a return on £2,000. So this is, I'll play this quick 1-minute video, and I'm going to show you the stages of exactly what we did with Chris, so you can get an understanding of what's possible once you get the process right.
Adam, I just wanted to pop on real quickly just to say thank you for taking the time to teach us the ClickFunnels at Social Domination. I think the £8,000 earnings over a week kind of says it all. For 3 days worth of learning, and to get £8,000 back in a week is literally insane. Do you know, the funny thing is, I nearly didn't implement that funnel because I thought it wasn't good enough. And then I actually remembered you said, don't worry about it being perfect, just get it out there, get it seeing what it's doing. And yeah, it didn't matter. The idea was there, the funnel worked, and now it's just a case of making that better. So absolutely, thank you so much.
Pretty windy there, isn't it, right? How many of you think Chris was pretty chuffed after selling another 2,600 sponges in a week, and pretty pleased he invested his £2,000? Well, he got a great deal. He was really, really, really happy. He sent me a shot of his ClickFunnels, which we helped him set up. And on my Social Media Secrets program, I literally show me working with Chris. There is a video of me working with him building this funnel. I actually plug his computer into my screen and I analyze the funnel. I tell him where the copy needs to change, where this needs to change, and I go through everything to give him that winning formula. And that is within that program. Now, during lockdown, Chris sent me this message. Last 30 days, I spent 20,000 on marketing. I've returned 50,000. Right now, he's cheap. For marketing, it's insane. Now, I actually said to him, this is the message I sent back. Easy to get consumed by fear, but test it out and make it happen. Go and do something different. Chris, great work. And that is it. Most people are fearful. Now, when people are fearful, that's when you should be making moves. You shouldn't be sitting still while there's fear out there. And I'm really proud of him that he's stepping forward. Okay, and he's mastered this, he's put it in place, and he's creating great results. And listen, he couldn't have dreamed of spending 20,000 on ads. Now, he'd be gutted if he wasn't able to, because every time he spends money, he makes more money back than he spent. And that's where we want to get you to as business owners. How many of you would love to just know that you're going to spend money, get an instant return, and you're going to do it over and over and over again, and you're going to master that ads into profit strategy? Okay, so that's exactly what I want to do for you. You know, for me, I learned all of this process, and this was something that I learned back in 2008. This was my first office. Which one do you think it was? The one on the left or the one on the right? Put your hand up for the left. Raise your hand. Okay. Put your hand up for the right. Who thinks the right? Okay, a few hands up for the right. Well, the people that put the hand up for the right, they're right. This was my first office. And I literally, when I learned this stuff back in 2008, I just started an automotive business and I was going to that office. It's quite appropriate that the picture is pitch black. And imagine this, I was sat in that office every day, stuck on my laptop, like not knowing what to do, not knowing how to go and get more clients, not knowing how to grow my business. See, I'd gone into business, I didn't know how to make it work. That was the reality back in 2008. And I know there's a lot of people out there right now. Now, the thing that changed everything for me is I went to a training at the Excel in London and I got an opportunity to go and do a training in America that was £5,000. And I had to fly over to America. I didn't have the money. I split it across 2 credit cards and I borrowed the money for a flight of my mum. And I kind of backed myself because I just knew I had to do something different. At that time, I was kind of cold calling to go and get business. I was trying to go out networking and I was struggling. Okay. And I think everybody's been in that kind of place at some point in their life. And that's where I was. Off the back of learning this skill, and which it is a life skill, I've been able to go and turn every business that I've worked in ads into profit and to be able to grow those businesses. You know, that business that was and where that started, and that's where it started in 2008, I grew to a £40 million a year business that had 100 staff, that had 6 sites. And literally then I transitioned, just before I closed that business, I transitioned into the events business, helping other entrepreneurs because I've got a passion for giving back to people and helping other people. And since then I've grown hundreds and hundreds of business owners like yourselves, and I've shown them how to get out of their dark place into where they want to go. So once you learn this skill, the results will follow, and the results did follow for me. You know, this is now because of learning, and I can put down my success to just knowing this skill. Everything that I've done since, this has been the fundamental skill that's helped me. And this is where I live now, and this is my family. More importantly, this is my little boy, Sammy. I showed you earlier, his beautiful little boy. And literally, I know this changes lives. How many of you are ready to put something in place that gives you the clients, that gives you the leads, that gives you the sales, that gives you the results, and doesn't stop you? And how many of you are ready to sort of step out of that stage of being stopped and being fearful and go and get results right now? Okay, if you're raising your hands, what I'm going to do is, and I don't usually do this, we've still got a lot of content to share with you, so I've got to share the other 3 stages with you. I told you earlier that we got something special for you. And I'm going to got loads more for you, so stay on because we've got a lot more content. But what I want to do is I'm going to tell you what I've put together for you this evening. I've literally taken everything, all of my knowledge over the course of, you know, since 2008, learning this stuff, building up my own social media following, building up to £50 million in sales from that business, selling millions in the events business, building my personal following on Facebook to 336,000, building my Instagram following to 72,000, building a highly engaged Facebook group of 12,000 people, field events worldwide, generating thousands of leads a month. I've taken everything that I know about social media, everything that I've learned, and I've spent millions of pounds on social media ads, and I put it into one place. And I've called this a social media vault. It includes every program I've got. It's got social media secrets, which is 40 hours of everything you'd ever want to know about social media advertising, how to master the back end, how to set it up. Once you go and use that tonight, you'll be able to grow your Facebook following by 10, 12,000 people if you follow what I say in there. I put my Instagram secrets, which includes you getting influencer exposure up to 1 million people. And I've put my video challenge, how to conquer video, my 3-step process for getting over your fears of video, how to deal with haters, and how to convert sales from video. I put it all together. If I sold it all separately, when we sell it all separately, it sells at about £3,500. What I've done is I've done an incredible opportunity, and I've put in 2 big bonuses. And what I'm going to do for you this evening is you don't even have to pay that. It's not going to be that amount. We're in lockdown. I've done something that's going to help every person. So I've given you an opportunity where you can go and get everything all together for under £500. So for under 500, you'll get the whole lot. My life's work on this in one place is an incredible opportunity. Now, in order to go and get it, because the first 10 that get it, and I mean the first 10, there's a lot of people on this evening, the first 10 that get it are going to get to come to a 3-day event with me and spend 3 days. That's worth 2,000 on its own. You're going to spend 3 days with me, and I'm going to show you the business secrets, social media secrets. I'm going to work with you, going to develop a relationship with you, and you're going to get some coaching from my head coach, and you're going to get a group call with me. So the first 10 are going to get those bonuses, including the 3-day event. So if you go over to the chat and you want to be one of those 10, because when we get to the end, I know that there'll be 10 gone, okay? If you want to take action now and you're an action taker and you want the results, go over to the chat, click the link, and you will be able to go and get yourself registered, and you'll be one of the first 10 that gets the 3-day event, that gets the coaching, that gets the 30-minute group call with me, and you get it all in one place. Just me being really transparent. So if you know you want to be one of those 10, go now, go over to the chat, literally you've been in there, click it, go and grab yourself the vault, social media vault, and if you're a bit payment constricted, there is a payment option on there as well. And I'll talk more about that later. There is a payment option on there. So go click that link, go get it right now if you're an action taker, and I'll explain more about it later on as we get through it. So secret number 3, and well done for everyone that's gone over and clicked that link and gone and grabbed it. And if you're going to be one of those 10, you're going to love, like the 3-day event, by the way. We won't go too much into it. We're going to get secret free in just a moment. But the 3-day event is like so much fun. We're going to have so much fun. You're going to go through the same process that Chris did, the same process that Sasha did, where you build relationships with me, where you build relationships with a team, and we help you. But you're going to get instant access to Instagram secrets. You're going to get instant access to social media secrets, and you're going to get instant access to video channels. You get everything all in one place. Like, you will never, ever need to go anywhere else for social media, because you'll have all the answers, like all the answers in one place. So go click that link, jump on, and be one of the first 10. So look, secret 3, there are only a few things you need to master to rapidly increase your clients' leads and sales. So we've looked at the first 4 stages. There's 3 more, right? So the 3 more that we need to master are, we need to master the back end. It's that simple. If you ignore it and you carry on going the way you are, if you've been using front end and that's all you've ever used, then unfortunately at some stage your competitors and other people are going to start to overtake you, and they're going to start using the back end, and they're going to start to go and get your clients and the sales and the opportunities you can get. So you need to write down stage 5, master the back end. I'll show you an example in a moment of a woman that's completely changed her life, mastering the back end alone, like completely changed her life. After that, we need to master that ads into profit, which I've alluded to. I've given you some information on it already, but we need to go and master that ads into profit, Instagram and Facebook. After that, then all we need to do then is measure the return on investment. What does that mean? We just need to look at the numbers. We need to measure the amount we spend against the amount we return. And as long as every time we spend money, we return more money than we spend, we're winning. And we're going to continue to win. And it's going to change your results. It's going to change your life. Like whatever it is that you've been currently doing. And I don't know, obviously you're watching this evening, and some of you have got great strategies and you've been doing things already. But literally, whatever it is you've been doing, imagine that you don't have to do that. And instead, you could spend about 30 minutes following my system, preparing the right ad, okay, putting that ad out, getting the right message. By the way, the key to marketing, get the right message to the right person at the right time. And you're literally able to spend 20, 30 minutes preparing that, and you're able to get that right message in front of that person every day, and you're able to collect their interest in your product or service without leaving your home, without going anywhere. And all of a sudden, you're then able to call them and you're able to sell their products and services. What could you do then? Well, if you wanted to, you could hire more people to talk to them, and you can grow your business. And every time you spend money, you'll make more money than you spend. All right? It is the simplest way of growing a business, and everyone can do it. You know, one other thing I didn't say earlier is when I started out, I wasn't great on computers. I wasn't good on computers at all. And, you know, I wasn't super great at marketing. But as soon as I started to understand your passion, like how many of you agree, like you'll get super passionate when you start seeing something working, and you're like, oh my God, now I'm getting excited. How many of you agree with that? Right? So that first time it works, you get that client, you get that sale, and it starts going, you're going to get excited. What are you going to do then? You're going to commit to mastering and keep going. That's what I did. You know, when it first worked for me, I was like, oh my God, are you serious? It's like my life has changed. I've gone, and now I'm able to get clients from my laptop. And what happened for me is after I'd gone on that training in America, and I learned the principles. That was the first stage of learning. I invested more in time and money, learning more and more strategies. And I give you all that in that program, right? But literally when I first did it, the excitement was just amazing, because then I knew that my life was going to change, because I was able to go and get clients and get sales from my laptop on a consistent basis, and I built a business around it. First year I went to $1 million in sales. Second year, 2.9 million, 4.3, 6.8, up to 33.9 million 3 or 4 years later, and growth every single year. And that's how quickly your business can grow once you get this right. And I helped other people to do the same thing. So let me show you this lady who's a friend of mine. She's been a client of mine now for some years. Her name's Stephanie. Her company's called Pretty and Personal. So when I first met Steph, and I think it's important to take people back to like where people were at when you first meet them, because she's gone on and become really successful. But everybody has to start somewhere, right? Everybody has to start somewhere. When I first met Steph, she came on my 3-day training and she was at the front. She'd come along with her sister, and her sister was quite a dominant character, and she was kind of like head down. But I saw that she was taking notes. I saw that she was really interested in the process. And I got the opportunity to speak to her. And we had a conversation. And I said to her, you know, what is it you're looking to do? She was like, well, I'm working at my sister's company. You know, I'm married with a child, but I'm in this situation where we live in the annex of our mum and dad's house, which is at the back of a shed. And, you know, my life's just a nightmare. I want to start my own business, but the time isn't right. It come up with every reason. And then, Adam, I won't be able to do very well with this because I've got ADHD. She had every single excuse. But actually, I said to her, look, Steph, before you've even told me, you've told me 99 reasons why you can't succeed before we've even had a conversation. Give me one reason why you want to succeed. She said, I want to spend more time with my family. I want to spend more time with my daughter. I want to buy nicer things. I want to have a great life. I said, right, well, let's look at that. So what do we need to do? She said, well, I've got this idea. I want to sell personalized products, wedding products on the internet. And I want to, you know, give people great experiences at their hen-dos and their weddings. I said to her, great, where are you at? Well, I've started a Facebook page. I've got 700 followers. Now, fast forward a few years after using the strategies that I taught her, she's been able to go and grow that Facebook page to about 55,000. That's 53,000 there. She's been able to use her Instagram, growing that to 16,000, 17,000 people. She didn't want to use video. Absolutely not. Terrified of using video. Didn't want to do it. So instead, I showed her media and media branding. In order to raise her brand, because if you raise your brand, you raise your results. So she got covered in OK Magazine, the Daily Mail, the Sun, and she started building her brand. Off the back of that, she's been able to take a business that had just started doing no revenue, and now she's doing around £500,000 a year. She's done fantastic numbers, and she's built a business. Now, more importantly, how has she done it? She listened to what I said when I told her about advertising into profit. She got my social media secrets program. She did the 3-day training. She literally was able to create these products. So take this product here, $15.99, able to spend £3 to sell a £15.99 product, and literally do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And her business completely changed. She was able to find clients all over the world, globally. This is another example. This is a Shopify account where she spent $2,700 on the ads, $44,700 return. How many of you would just be like, awesome, you make £44,000 in a week? You'd be like, oh my God, that's amazing. You know, my life's changed, right? But this is the reality. You can do that. As long as you understand the strategy, every single one of you can absolutely do that. And Steph had every reason as to why she couldn't. But the reality is, once she got the training, she followed the process. She started on the ads and monetized. Eventually, I got her over the video fears. Now she does a lot on video. She's really good on video, actually. She turned out really, really good. Do you know, sometimes the people with the biggest fears on video actually come across the best. You know, when they come on, it's like, oh my God, why didn't you do it earlier, right? You know, and she's built a loyal brand following. How many of you'd like to hear like what that looked like for Steph? I've got a short 1-minute video I can play you. If you'd like to hear what her experience was like, raise your hand. If you'd like to. Okay, cool. So lots of you raising your hand. I'll play this quick video for you. Then after that, I'm going to show you 2 more really important pieces of information, and we're going to get rocking.
Hi guys, my name's Stephanie and I am the owner of an online company called Pretty and Personal. I first started working with Adam a few years ago. I had about 700 followers on Facebook. I was doing your typical posting in local Facebook groups, sharing with friends and family, getting people to like my page, organically posting, and it was working. I was getting like maybe 1 or 2 orders a week. I went along to one of Adam's courses and I had no idea that there was this whole world of social media advertising behind the background. Since then, I run roughly around 12 ads every single month. I swap them up depending on the time of year and the products that are due to be sold. I can now work from my phone wherever I want in the world, which is fantastic. I can go on holiday with my family. I can take a day off. I can really enjoy the fruits of my labour, I guess you could say. The support I get with Adam is amazing. I cannot explain to you. I've gone from working at my kitchen table, trying to make ends meet and just trying my hardest to have a future for my family and I, to now I've achieved all of my goals before I turned 30. So I love that. We now have a beautiful family home. I've got the car of my dreams. We go on amazing holidays. I can spend as much time as I want with my daughter. And at the same time, my business is still running in the background, all thanks to the social media training I've received from Adam. So I definitely think it's something that everybody needs to be looking at, especially at the moment as we're going through a digital movement and companies are moving online based. I can't thank the team enough. Like they've completely and utterly changed my life, from my kitchen table to now a huge company that is still growing. And I've just opened up my second company and I'm putting all of the same infrastructure in place. And I hope that grows just as fast.
Awesome. You know, do you think she was happy? Does she look happy? She look happy with the results and the things she's changed? She absolutely has. She's over the moon. She's done some incredible things. Look, so what I did is, I'm going to tell you now, like with Steph, what did Steph need? Steph needed pretty much the same thing that many of you need. And it doesn't matter if you're a property investor, you're in Forex, you're a trader, you're in multi-level marketing, you want to build your team. It doesn't matter if you're a speaker, a coach, a consultant, you started an e-commerce business, or you do professional services, financial services, whatever it is you do, you're in aesthetics, doesn't matter. All we really need in order to get this right is we need to understand a few things. And I've got 3 different programs that literally encapsulate everything you need. Everything you will ever need to go to get your social media going. You don't ever need to go and watch 100 YouTube videos to try and find the right thing. You don't need to go and try and connect the dots from all over the place. You don't need to go and like take something on content plan. You don't need any of that. There's only really 3 things you need. We need to understand how to use Instagram, because how hot it is. We need to understand how to use the back end, and you really need a bit of help putting it together. That's what she needed. And I think that's what most people needed too. So what I'll tell you about in a moment is exactly what we put together for you in a lot more detail, so you can really understand the opportunity. But I'm sure you'd agree, it's been time well spent so far this evening. And we can't cover everything that we need in a webinar, even if we had all day. Like in my social media secrets alone, there's 40 hours of everything you'd ever want to know about Facebook advertising in great detail. I mentioned at the start a way we can work together. So at this stage, you've got 2 choices, as I had 2 choices. And the first option really is that we do nothing. If we do nothing, we get nothing usually. And I don't want you to get nothing. You've invested some time tonight. You've got an outline of a strategy, but let's make sure that we take that further, we put it in place, and we get the gains. You know, information is useful, but information not actioned doesn't take you anywhere. You need to be that progressionist, and I want to help you get to the next stage. And I've done something that all of you will be able to afford and all of you will be able to do. So you really want to listen very, very carefully, because I'm about to give you an amazing choice, amazing opportunity that can change your results in the same way as Steph and Chris and many others have. So really, when I put this webinar together, I had 2 options. I could sell all my different programs, you know, and probably make a lot more money. And people would get some success, but they'd get some success in an area, but they'd always need more, right? And what I wanted to do is, rather than you need more, just give you everything you want in one place. Like literally everything you could ever want, everything you could ever need in one place. And I did all that, and I called this the Social Media Vault. So I went with option 2. I created the Social Media Vault. And while we're in lockdown, while we've been on lockdown, and we've only done this for a little while, is I've put together an incredible offer. And I mean, it's incredible. Every single one of you really should be getting it, and you're being clinically insane not to, because that's how good the deal is. So let me tell you about the opportunity that you've got this evening. I'm going to give you in the Vault, which is in the Vault, my Social Media Secrets program. That's the program Chris and Steph and other people invested £2,000 for. That's in the Vault. I'm going to give you my Instagram Secrets program in the Vault. Now, in addition with Instagram Secrets, I'll just tell you quickly on Social Media Secrets. It is 40 hours, how to get leads, how to get sales, how to grow your following on Facebook, how to set the back end up, how to make the back end work, how to do your retargeting, how to do your copywriting, how to pick your images, how to get free images, everything's in there, right? Everything you'd ever want to know, all like pretty much done, ready for you to go and access. And then in Instagram Secrets, not only do I do all of that for you on Instagram, but I actually give you the posts. So it's about 300 posts that you can use, which are viral posts in there. I also give you an influencer package that would cost you thousands standalone. I created this program, Instagram Secrets, with James Locke from Towie and Celebs Go Dating. He's got 1 million followers. Every single one of you that goes and gets this evening, when you post on Instagram, you can tag me and James in. You can get actual exposure to 1 million people, and we'll share it every single time. It's an incredible opportunity to get your message out to 1 million people. And the offer we've done is just crazy. So you're going to get a great opportunity. We've also included the 14-day video challenge. Now, separately, all in, that comes up at $3,491. Now, I've already told you that the offer tonight that you're getting is incredible, and I've pretty much told you the prices. I told you there was going to be 2 bonuses, and these 2 bonuses still stand. I'm sure that some people have already gone and got that program from earlier, but this is really where you want to take action now, is that we're going to give you 2 years, a 24-month pass to attend a live in person, 3-day event with me and my team, where we will train you on social, we'll train you on business, and we will help you and develop a relationship with you that's going to last a lot further than those 3 days. Now, please note that this will be for only the first 10 people. So if you want to be one of those 10, they'll share the link in a moment, and you need to go and grab that, because 10 people will be coming on that 3-day training and be a part of that 3-day training, which is $2,000 in value. You're also going to get, because I looked at this, is, we used to do this event live in person where we'd meet in person and we'd see you. Now, I want to develop a relationship with you. I don't want you to just get the vault, get success, and never see you again. What I want to do is I want to develop a relationship. I want to help you. So we're going to give you a 30-minute one-on-one coaching with our head coach. That 30 minutes, our head coach will be able to tell you where to start. They'll be able to help you, and they'll be able to say to you, look, and understand your business, and this is a strategy you should look at putting in place, and guide you and help you. Because I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I want you to know exactly what you're going to do and put it in place. And many of you will be getting that booked as early as tomorrow. I also want to develop a relationship with you face to face. So the first 10, you will come on a group call with me. You'll be able to ask me questions. I'll be able to see you. You'll be able to see me. We will work together and we'll answer your questions and we'll get your results with this program. And all that's worth $2,000 in itself. So the insane offer that's available for the next 30 minutes is that you're going to get social media secrets, 40 hours of business training, so 40 hours of social media training. You'll be able to get Instagram secrets with the influencer option there as well. On Instagram secrets, I also show you how to make your first £1,000 on Instagram very, very quickly. Show you what to do. So literally, you get instant return on investment anyway. We're going to give you video challenge. We're going to give you the 4-month pass to attend the 3-day event. We're going to give you the one-on-one coaching session with my head coach and the group call with me. All in all, sold separately, £7,485. Huge. We're going to do that crazy, absolutely crazy offer for you to go and grab right now. And you can get today's one-time only offer at £497. All of that included, all on instant delivery. So all you need to do now to ensure that you're part of the 10 that gets the bonuses, go and click the link in the chat. If you go and click that link in the chat, go over to Social Media Vault, check yourself out, get yourself that copy, go and do it right now so you don't miss out on the first 10. And the page is up for literally 30 minutes. You haven't got loads of time to do that. Go and take action. Go get it right now. And for those that, and look, that's if you can't click the chat, you can't see the link or whatever, this is the link. You can type that into your browser. But you can get started right now. So when you do get started, just so you know, you'll receive instant delivery of those products to your email. You'll get Instagram secrets. You'll get social media secrets. You get video challenge. And literally you'll be able to start working through those tonight. The content will be more incredible than anything you've ever seen. Like literally there is no program on the market that is more detailed. There's no program on the market that changes people as much as this. And it's an incredible offer, okay? For those of you that need some financial help, you have got an option, and on the same link, you can go and click the link. And this is where I think every single one of you listening should be taking action. Because anybody that doesn't, there will be people going ahead of you getting the results. For those that need a bit of financial help, we've broken it down into 6 payments and 97. So you literally can go and click that link. You can either pay in full at the 497 and get a bit cheaper, or you can go with the 6 payment option of 97. And we've done that because of lockdown. We've done that because people need some help, and we want to produce them. We want to give them the product. We want to give them the result. We want to help them kickstart wherever they're at right now and get those results. So anyone that needs a bit of financial help can go and get that offer and can go and get it right now. Now, the thing where we're trusting you is we're going to, even though we're going to deliver you the products instantly either way. Doesn't matter if you pay in full or you pay with the 6 payments. We're going to deliver you the products instantly. Of course, you won't be able to attend if you're one of the first 10, the 3-day training till it's paid for. But you've still got 2 years to do that. So you can come and attend that training as soon as that's paid for. But we're going to give you all the other products instantaneously. And we're even going to give you the coaching. So you're going to get that there straight away. So go take action. Be one of the first 10. Go and get yourself the bonuses, get them included. And I know that there will be people that have questions, and we will do some questions in a moment, so don't worry. But before we do that, I just want to say, look, what is it worth to you to get a new flow of clients coming from social media? I think people often underestimate the value of having an option where you can literally dive into social media and dive out with clients. I mean, how would that feel if you were able to, like, I told you how I felt the first time that I mastered this. And all of a sudden, it was like this huge epiphany moment where I could actually, from my laptop, get clients and generate income. Most people, when they're sat at their laptop or their computer, or they're sat there not knowing 100% what to do. Imagine that you never have that situation anymore, because you have a guide and you have a plan and you have a strategy to follow and something exactly to put in place. I know that you can achieve more success with a bit of help. How many of you agree with a little bit of help and with the whole strategy laid out, step by step, you're going to achieve a lot more success and your results are going to come faster? Raise your hand if you know you've got results are going to come faster. So many of you are. So go take action, go take action. Go click that link. I want you to be one of the first 10. I want to help you. I want to get you those results. I want to have you on the training, and look, how much would it pay you to get your time back? Because what we're asking tonight is the offer is so incredible that you can't fail. Like, you cannot fail with that offer, because the amount of, you're going to get return on investment every single time. And many of you are going to have that amazing feeling. I'm sure you'll be on my Facebook group tomorrow. You'll be messaging us saying, Adam, I've just gone and grown my Facebook following, or my Instagram following. I'm getting leads, or I'm getting sales. And that's where I get a buzz, when we get those messages of people getting that growth and those results. And that's what I want for you too. So to be one of our success stories that really goes and cracks it. Because, what would it mean to you to finally crack the code and overtake your competition, to start to build your brand and to take care of your client acquisition? Like, this is the thing. Take care of client acquisition, and then your business is going to be so much easier. It's going to be so much less stressful. You don't have that pressure on you. Like, how many of you are fed up of worrying about where your next client's coming from, or fed up about where your next sale's coming from? And instead, you want to create a steady flow. I know that this will make the difference to you. I know it will. So go and take action. Get yourself on the program. You'll be very, very glad you did. Imagine coming to the event, the 3-day event, live in-person event, and having a ton of fun for something that you paid ages ago on the training. You've used the training for months up to then. You got better results, and you join us at the training. You're like, yeah, I'm absolutely rocking. I'm ready for more, Adam. And then we take you to the next level again. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to go from one level when you start working on social media secrets to the next level. Then you're going to start to conquer the Instagram secrets. You can go to the next level. Then you're going to start to conquer video. You're going to go to the next level. And then I'm going to see you at the event. And then we're going to take you to a completely new level, live in person, working with you. So just understand, what does it cost you to not take action? If you're playing the game the wrong way, or taking you away from the things you're great at, or things stopping you from growing. And this is the reality. It's a horrible thing, but this is true. If you don't master digital now, and you don't master social now, it could affect your company's future. That is the pure reality. Because what if you're stopped from being able to do business the way that has done, and that happens again, or whatever, and you've got no backup plan, you've got no way of, because people say pivot and adapt and change, but if you don't know how, you need a bit of help on how to do it. And that's what I know this program will give you. For me, learning this right now is not a should, it's an absolute must. So look, if you haven't already clicked that link, there can only be 3 reasons really. Reason number 1, it's money, which I understand. And that's why we put the payment option there of 6 times 97. So go take that, do something that changes your life, go and do something that really, really gets you the impact. Maybe some of you are like, Adam, I haven't got the time. But if you're saying you haven't got the time, I promise you have. Do you know that the average adult, if they spend 4 hours a night watching TV, they spend 19 years consecutive of their entire life watching TV. Now, if you're going to watch something, you be sure that it's growing your mind. You be sure that it's feeding your mind, because that will inspire you. It will motivate you. So you just need to use your time in the right ways in order to get the right results. And this is designed to stop you wasting time and actually save you time, because you get it onto automation. And the third reason will be probably because you haven't got questions. And that's cool, because we're going to do the Q&A right now. So I'm now going to share the screen. We're going to go into the Q&A. If you've got a question, remember there's a chat and there's a Q&A. The chat is where the link is. You can go now, click the chat, go to the link, get yourself checked out if you haven't already. If you've got a question, put it in the Q&A. I'm going to answer as many questions that come in. I want to help every single one of you. Let's have a good conversation and let's help you. So let's hear the questions. Okay, so I hope I'm pronouncing this right. So if I don't pronounce correctly, I apologise. But once I get to know you, I promise I'll master it. But we are online, so it's difficult for me. So I think it's Bhavana. I hope this is awesome. Thank you for being a service. I work as a franchise tutor, doctor, and have a small territory. We have some training on how to set up ads. I did set up a Facebook group at the creating the awareness stage, doing lives, giving so much value to my group, creating brand awareness. But we are a premium service, and the market's flooded with cheap tutors. Back end, I'm targeting age, hobbies, and income. Okay, so it sounds to me then you've done some good stuff, which is awesome. So you've started to understand and put a strategy in which is better than most. So first of all, congrats to you. Where the program will, and it sounds to me like you've got the program already, but if you haven't, where the program will take you to the next level is what you have to remember is what I share on here is I have spent £1.5 million, not of a company, of my own money, on Facebook ads. I know every targeting trick. I know every secret to growing the audience. I can predict how much it's going to cost you to grow your audience. And I know down to the penny and the pound what you need to spend to grow your business. And what you'll see within Social Media Secrets is me training people and literally predicting their results. And then you'll see it afterwards going like, oh my God, how did you know that, Adam? That is not because I'm super clever. It's because I've had so much experience doing it. I've been doing it for a long time. I sold a lot of products with it. We know it inside out and we know how to get your results. So if you're already at a good stage, this literally will take you to a whole new level, right? And if you're already at a good stage, you already know the value of it. So you want to be a part of it, right? Because literally it will take you to the next level. The other thing is, you know, say you're a marketing consultant or somebody like that on here, this stuff takes you to the new levels with your clients as well. Imagine getting your clients new results, you know, because that's what happens, which would be good. So Nancy saying, can you show me one of the pictures again? So we'll have a look at that in a moment, Nancy, after I've done some of the other questions. How many posts should we be doing weekly to get the best reach from an anonymous attendee? Well, the thing is that question leads me into, this is the whole thing that we're saying. Don't be on the treadmill. Adapt, change. You know, I want to get you results in the same way we get results. There's still 128 people on this webinar right now. They've watched all the way through. We've had 200 people on tonight, you know, and I'm sure, I don't know, I hope this, if you haven't already, go get the program, because I'm sure I will still honor it up to the end of the webinar. I imagine there's certainly more than 10 that got it already, but I will honor it if you're still on the training now. So go click the link, go get it now, and I'll look at the timestamps and everything. But if you want to get the result, it's not about how many posts should you be doing weekly. It's literally, do you know how easy this could be for some of you? Is you could go, dive in Social Media Secrets, follow the advice in there, set up one ad with my strategy, right? One ad for awareness, and set up one relationship-based ad and one lead-based ad. And literally within three 30-minute sessions, your entire business and your client acquisition will be changed for the rest of your life. That's how powerful this stuff is, if you just follow what I show you and guide you on in the program. So you're not going to have to worry about how many posts you're going to do. You don't have to pay anyone to do any posts for you. You just follow the strategies that I'm showing you and it will work. And I promise you, if you evolve your thinking, now I know that old habits die hard, and I know it's difficult for a lot of us to change, but how many of you really want more? Like, do you want more, or are you happy with what you're getting right now? Okay. Like, are you happy with what you're getting right now? If you're not happy with what you're getting right now, then we need to change. And it sounds to me like we're not there committing to the change. And if we're not committing to the change, what happens? We stay the same. We stay where we are, and nothing really changes. This is the truth. The answer to that question is do more posts, do as many as you want. The reality is that will increase your reach, but it won't build the depth of relationship that you need to get clients, leads, and sales for your business. And that's what's more important. So I've got another question, anonymous from anonymous attendees. That's fine, I don't mind. Who asked them? What do you think of the social media impact of a short video like TikTok? Should we count the kind of techniques into the social media strategy? This is so really good question. TikTok is raising really fast. Let me give you a great example. I've got a partner in USA. His name's Damien. And when we run events in America, I run them with Damien. He comes over to the UK sometimes as well. And Damien has listened to me and seen me train so many people. And Damien's amazing at business coaching. Like, he's an amazing business coach, and he helps our clients, and he helps people all over the world. And one day after hearing me talk, he came over and said, you know, Adam, I'm going to do what you said, but I'm going to do it on TikTok. and smiled at me, like he was sort of challenging me. I said, well, go for it, go for it. Do you know what he's done? If you go and look at him on TikTok, he's only he's got millions and millions of views, hundreds of thousands of followers. Why? Because he did exactly what I said in terms of building up that awareness. First of all, building the relationship, and then using it to convert leads and sales. Like literally exactly the same thing. So it doesn't matter what channel you use. If you follow my strategy and you use the back end, and TikTok has now just launched that, by the way. I, as one of the people in the industry, got one of the first invites to it. You literally can go and make that happen on whatever you choose. So another question from Anna. I'm sorry, the front end is what everybody sees. That's just your normal posts and everything else like that everybody sees, that everybody participates. But if you're a business owner and you're not using the back end, you're completely ignoring all the tools that you need in order to get the success that you want to get. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Jala's saying, how to choose the place of the shops, if you can help with this. You'll have to give more context to that question, because I'm not 100% with you on that. Okay, and we'll give the link to the book when I've done the Q&A. So we'll do that in a moment. Karen Sen, I've just started as an independent travel agent. Can you help me? Absolutely. Britain's best travel agent, Dan Salmon, from Never Wasted a Journey, voted best travel agent out of 63,000 people, has been directly trained by me on his business and social media, and he's crushing it, right? He's one of my clients, and we helped him very much. What exactly is the back end, and what does it entail? We kind of got over that. The back end is the, for when we're talking about Facebook and Instagram, it's Ads Manager, it's the campaigns builder, where you can build out the campaigns. And all it entails is that you're going to pinpoint target the right person for your business. You're going to put the right message in front of the right person at the right time to get them to go through those stages that we discussed. And if you, in my program, so hopefully you've gone and got already, you can literally, well, the first thing you do when you log in is I show you how to build it. So if anyone's starting stage, that's cool, because I'll show you what to do. After that, I'll show you how to go and get that social proof. I do it in order of what I've talked about tonight, so everything will flow and be so fluid for you that it'll be really easy for you to understand. So every single one of you will get it. Okay, so Sujai, do we separate packages for social media adverts? Do we separate packages for social media adverts set up? Then that would be more of a business. I would need to understand the context. So if you ask a question, you're going to need to give me the overall context of the question, because I'm imagining there you're talking about separate products. And the answer would be, yeah, you can advertise all your different products, but as long as you follow the strategy, that's where you're going to get the biggest results. So Rose is saying, slightly confused on the Facebook personal business group info. Do I need to change my business page to a group? No, you don't need to change your business page to a group. Now with the Facebook business page, that's how you get the back end. So you get that free when you've got the business page, and that's why you need the back end, okay? And that's why you need the business page, because you get the back end. A Facebook group just gets more engagement. It's good to be a group owner, because if you're a group owner, you get a lot more engagement. You get a lot more people engaging with you and following you, and you get your best engagement there. So Lisa's saying, I run a beauty and holistics business from home. I've been in business for 8 years. I've got 508 Facebook followers, but I live in a small village, so I'm not sure if there's enough business to be generated off the spend of the course. It's a good question, Lisa. I absolutely promise you that without a shadow of a doubt, no matter where you're from, you'll be able to get a massive return on investment. Because this is, it sounds to me that mindset is ingrained in you, that you run a small business from home. Well, does it have to be, is it always going to be a small business? Is that how you want it to be? Is that how you want it to end up? What do you want? And if you want to grow it, when I first started the events business, I did our first events in Essex. Literally, we've done events. We recently did events in Australia and South Africa. We did online. We've recently done events in Texas. We've done them in America. We've done them all over the world, because businesses grow when the skill sets of the business owner grows. And sometimes it's just that small leap of faith to turn around and say, do you know what? Like, if I master this is the reality. How many clients? Most of you only need to go and sign 2 or 3 clients to get a return, and one of the things I explained to you is a lot of business lessons in there. And when you see the business content, it'll blow your mind. You'll realize how you can make a lot more money in your business as well. So I would say to you, take a leap of faith, Lisa. You will thank me. Everyone that gets that program, every single person that goes and gets that program, I guarantee you will thank me, because you'll say, like, oh my God, Adam, You know, I was on the training. I just didn't realize like how much is in there. The amount of value, you know, imagine that you'd sold £50 million worth of products to social media. You can look it up. It's absolutely factual. And I was going to say to you, right, teach me everything you know. How much? And I turned around to you and said, okay, well, give me 10%. So give me 5 million to learn everything I know. And if you make 50 million, that's a fair deal. I'm saying to you, give me £500. I'll give you everything I know about social media, and you'll never, ever going to have to find it anywhere else. And on top of that, we're going to develop a relationship. I'm going to spend 3 days with you. I'm going to get my head coach to invest time in you, and we're going to give you all the strategies. I mean, there's not a better deal in the marketplace than you'll find. So go take action now to get those bonuses, right? Okay, so Lewis, is it possible to target a specific audience on Insta? Absolutely. You know, this is the thing, is people don't realize it. Obviously, Facebook owns Instagram, and the back end of Facebook runs Instagram. So we can literally drop a pin on the head of the person that we want and present only our message to that person again and again and again and again, you know, and it will work like amazingly for you. Results come so quickly. So yeah, don't worry if it's Facebook you want to master, if it's Instagram you want to master, if it's video you want to master. We just want it all. You want to understand copywriting, headlines, you want to understand imagery. So I'll just summarize by saying this because I've answered loads of questions now. There's quite a few. So hopefully I've answered everyone's questions, right? I'll just summarize by saying this. If you are somebody that wants to get more leads for your business, then you should go click that link and get the program, because it will solve that for you. If you're somebody that wants to grow your audiences, all right, don't be someone that goes over and says, oh, please go and like my business page and invite your friends to like it. And we don't want to do that, right? Be professional, get it taken care of like that by understanding the skill sets. So if you want to grow your Instagram page, your Facebook page, this program will do that for you. If you want to finally overcome the fear of video and raise your confidence and become a more confident person that's able to communicate and literally pick up their phone and get clients, then you should get this program. If you're somebody that appreciates the support and the environment of being a 3-day training and building relationships, you're probably going to do more business there than it will ever cost you to be there, all right? So go and get this program. Whatever stage you're at, you've had the option. I promise you that it delivers on what I've told you this evening. And everything that I've said this evening, it will deliver upon. You know, you have my guarantee on that. And I promise you that you're going to get extreme value. You're really, really going to enjoy it. And listen, I'll just say to you, we'll finalize on this before I share the book link. If you've invested in me, I promise you we will invest 10 times more back in you. We build a business from helping clients to get success. We get you more success. You get us more success. We are interlinked. That is what we do. So my mission is to help inspire you to more, to help deliver you more. And when I do that, you will then deliver us more, because you'll become our next Stephanie. You'll become our next Dan Salmon, who I mentioned. You'll become those clients that are succeeding and getting results. And you'll be shouting from the rooftops about how we trained you and how we helped you. And that's what I want. And how many agree that's what you want too? You know, raise your hand. Okay. So if you know that you want that, go take action. We're about to finish up now. You won't be able to get the 2 bonuses after this webinar. So the bonuses won't be there. You'll miss out on those, which is amazing. So go take the action and get it. All right. Go and take that action to click the link. So I want you on the 3-day training. I want to work with you. All right. So let's share this screen, give you the link. So let's go and have a look at this link. Where are we? And by the way, well done to all of you. So many of you still on. You know, big thank you for everyone that's been on the training. It's been awesome so far. This is what it looks like when you get to the page, just so you know. This is what Social Media Secrets looks like. Instagram Secrets, video challenge, all in there. This is the bonuses you get, everything on there. Remember, you've got 2 options there. You can either pay, get it done with, over and done with, credit card, whatever you would like, or you can split it into 6 payments. Either one, but do one. Go and take action this evening. And this is, so big thank you. So we're finished up now. Big thank you for attending the training. I hope you took action. I look forward to working with you. We've been over the offer. I just need to give you the book link, which is here. Here's the link to the book. Book's great on business. It's been downloaded 50,000 times. I do often get asked, Adam, is any social media? It's not a social media book, it's a business book, but you'll get some value out of that, I'm sure. Big thank you to everyone that stayed on. It's been awesome talking to you all. And I look forward to working with many of you. I haven't been able to check the chat because it's been moving like pop, 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 pop. very, very fast. So anyone that's joined on, big congratulations. You'll be on a group call in no time at all with me, where we start to build that relationship and I get to know you. This is the start of a change in your results. I promise you that. Let's go and take that next step together to your success. Big thank you. Thank you for everyone that's joined on this evening. And I very much look forward to working with you. Thanks very much, everybody. Well done. And we'll leave, we're going to leave the Zoom room open just for a minute so you can still access the link, so you can still go over to the chat. Big thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. And I look forward to working with you, everybody.